Welcome to the Menopause Queen, to this little moment together where on my podcast I share some of the rants or raves or things that are going on, thoughts that are coming up. And this is a good one. I wanted to just do a little shout out to people who are struggling with the vision of their life, and also maybe having a little bit of an internal battle as to what their archetype is. Now, if you don't know what I'm talking about by an archetype, I kind of mean it's the dominance of your character. What is that dominant personality, energy, feature? And for many, 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 many years, I have thought, and in fact, until very recently, thought that I was the warrior goddess. I was the one who would go out into battle, that would tackle things on her own, that she was this solo warrior, Durga-like, if you're into yoga, but very much that image. But I also had this kind of hankering, thinking that I might actually be kind of more of a witch archetype or a medicine woman. But do you know what? More and more I am integrating. It is that I am the storyteller. I am that softer, more grounded, more connected storyteller. In French, we would say la conteuse. And I've had various signs recently that have brought me into that thinking, whether it be oracle cards, whether it be things that I am encountering, whether it be, quite simply, some of the podcasts and the videos and Instagram reels that I have put out there, some of the ones that have been the most viewed, listened to, watched, have been when I've been telling stories. And I think back, and actually, I have a teacher training school in yoga, and I have had that now for 10 years. And oh my gosh, there have been some incredible transformations in that teacher training school for individuals that are still in touch with me now. And the difference in what they are doing in their lives and who they are now to what they were is phenomenal, absolutely incredible. And I sometimes think, why is that? Have I done something? I've been accused of being shamanic and a kind of healer or a medicine type witch woman in the past. Not accused, but thanked or told that I was that. But actually, that's not it. I simply open the doors of your own imagination to reflect on what is right and aligned or what is not aligned, what is not sovereign, what is not authentic. That's all I do. I'm no magic medicine woman. I'm no witch. I can be the warrior. I can be many different things, but actually, at the base of it, I'm a really good storyteller. And not only am I a storyteller of what has happened in my own life, but I love telling the stories of myths and Celtic history. I love the stories of the shape-shifting women, of the Selkies, of the fire fox, of the water horse. These are beautiful, potent imageries that for centuries we have shared. And I feel that is my mission on earth. And since I've kind of opened that door of acceptance and opened the idea that that is exactly who I am and what I should be, there's this thing that has happened in me, in my face, in my body, in my heart. There's a softness that has arrived that I haven't actually felt at any beginning part of any year in my life to date. I've always had this idea that I need to be doing things, have a plan, be on a kind of trajectoire, mission, and have really big concrete things kind of to do, to stop, to continue, etc. And I did sit down this year and go, what do I want to stop? What do I want to continue? What do I want to start? But if I look at my list, there isn't anything huge. I simply want to be doing more of what I'm already doing and adding a softness, a presence, and a space. It is in the micro details, I think, that things are so potent and so important. So what I'm going to share at this latter part of the podcast in video and audio is this. In my new year, the 31st of December to the 1st of January, I'm not a big 31st celebratory person. I love a firework. I love a simple meal and a good wine and a fire. But that's kind of it. I love small, simple rituals. I love a softness about the turning of the new year. So that on the 1st of January, I am up and either ready to go on a big randonnée ski or a run in the forest. And that's what I like. It's to start the year with that fresh, vibrant, but soft energy. On the 31st of December, that's exactly how it all started. And it was beautiful. It was lovely. And then I think my partner needed to get some things off his chest before the end of the year. And he came out with some things that felt like he was accusing me and felt like our relationship needed a lot of work. And I didn't bite. I didn't snap. I went a little bit sort of quiet and soft. And I simply said, I don't want to finish the year like this. So I'm just going to go downstairs and quietly finish the year as I think I need to finish it. And so I did. I took myself off and I sat and I watched the fire for a while. And then I fell asleep in front of the dying fire. The next morning I woke up really early because my cat woke me up and it was cold. So I lit a fire super early and I sat on my own with candles. I did a little ritual where I took a rose that my partner had bought for the Christmas period. And one by one, I took the petals of the rose off and I named them. I named them with qualities that I don't need to remember because it was in that moment that I was naming them. I named them and I placed the petals down and then I burnt the petals and I named them again as they were burning. And then I burnt the center part of the flower and offered that up to the universe as if I was offering that connection from my heart to the universe. Now, this might seem woo-woo to some people, but honestly, this is such a simple routine, such a simple ritual. You can do it with bits of paper. You don't even have to have the petals of a rose or even a fireplace to do this. But I just wanted something really simple to place values, place small parts of me that made the whole part of me into the fire. And when it was a suitable time, I then actually practiced some yoga, meditated and practiced some yoga. I did 12 salutations, one for each month of the year. And I envisaged that month. Every time it was January and I was moving in January, I was really feeling the month, February, March, etc., etc. I wanted to really integrate what that was all about. So then I went to speak to my partner and we had a deep, profound, at times a little bit emotional conversation. But essentially, we both wanted the same thing. But I'm such a lone wolf, as the podcast episode number 12 talks about. I am such a lone warrior, wolf, storyteller, wild woman, that I find it difficult to understand what more people need of me. because I think I'm already doing everything. I think I'm already in the relationship. I'm already the person that I'm supposed to be in that particular environment, as a mother, as a partner, as a daughter. But when I look from the outside, yeah, potentially I'm not quite so involved as that person needs me to be. Sometimes it's just a simple shift of communication, and sometimes it is actually in the small gestures that count. So we had this conversation. I then went off for my run, and he sent me a clip whilst I was out on my forest connection time. And the clip was of a marriage guidance counsellor who very cleverly put it exactly as I think is important to integrate in a relationship, in any relationship. It isn't in the grand statements. It isn't in the I love you kind of statement, the one-off big gestures. It's in the daily, the little daily gestures. That's where it counts the most. It's in the small words. It's in the small print of the day-to-day life. It's in the choosing every day to respect, to be empathetic. It's in the choosing to be with that person. The small gestures. It's in that micro detail that I've talked of before that the magic happens. And it made me think of the film and the book Eat, Pray, Love, with the beautiful conversation they have with the word Atraversiamo. Atraversiamo just means that we are traveling it together. We are crossing it together. We are journeying it together. It's a small word, and yet it means so much. Atraversiamo. And it really made me warm inside to think, okay, this 1st of January, this is the conversation that we've had. This is the connection that we've had. Very simply. No big grand gestures, no massive argument, no big fight. Because in fact, it's not the couples who never fight that are not the closest. You have to have these hard conversations. You have to actually put things on the table sometimes so that things keep evolving and you keep choosing to stay. Because silence doesn't help. Big gestures don't help. It's the Atraversiamo each day, each week, each month that counts the most. So I'm going to end this with Atraversiamo. And I hope that we, in our small daily micro gestures, will choose to cross over with each other. Have an incredible day, week, month, and year. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode.